Okay. ओके तो मैं सबके माइक्स म्यूट कर रहा हूँ, ऑलरेडी म्यूट है. ओके चलो let's begin. So this is your Nifty chart. यहाँ पे now we can see Nifty spot chart. Now Nifty started making lower lows, right? There was a chance that this. So possibly what I am looking at it this as an expanding pattern, which we termed it as a sideways market, right? Because there is no lower high yet formed in the market. If we notice, this bar is still halting the market. So unless and until we have an lower high and then begins, I don't think we are in a downtrend. We are just in an expanding market, which is a type of a sideways market. And on daily, we can see like nothing much is visible or going on daily. These were my target levels, 11,011 and 11,120. So today's low we posted is 11,025. So very close to, you can say almost, the second target on the downside is achieved in Nifty. And also if you see the way Nifty is going down on spot chart, there is a lot of overlap is happening. This is not a sign of bearishness in the market. You can say this is just a correction happening. Maybe on the medium term chart the correction may get extended a little bit more, but yeah, we are not in a downtrend as of now. The important zone while going back is this area, which we have to see very carefully how Nifty reacts over there. In Bank Nifty, if we check, so then Bank Nifty, this was the last low which we made. After that, we had a huge rally, and this is the first time we have a lower low, right? So after making, higher highs, now we have making lower low. So this, the sort of trend, looks like the trend is reversing. But yeah, let it make a lower high first, and then we will decide what to do next. As I updated, I went long today in Nifty, like Bank Nifty futures around my entry is around 184, 85 something. And I do have a good cushion. The idea was that the fall is pretty sloppy on 75 minutes. A sort of SOT is forming, right? Here, the indicators is not responding with the price. And on daily, we do have a rejection from the low where we had a cycle going on previously. So just took a bet on this. If market proves me wrong, we will open gap down around 21,000. So yeah, 200 to 25 rigs is there. It's manageable. Also, if you notice, Bank Nifty is trading below all its important simple moving average, 20, 50, 100. Everything is gone now. So it's very important for Bank Nifty to bounce back up in next two candles, because already we have given two closes below 100 SMA. Now 2 more days remaining. If we get consecutive 4 closes below 100 daily moving average, then I can say Bank Nifty will be in a lot trouble. Also on the longer term, we are in this channel we are in. So keep that in mind. If it continues downside, this is the channel, from these two lows. The first higher low it made after this big fall. This is where we will halt, and that will be a very good trading opportunity. Well, let's see how we approach there. On the stock front, first is our ACC. As such, no, nothing much going on right now in ACC. We do have a trend line coming up uh, from the, I think, daily time frame. I think, yeah, the medium term trend line is coming up and the price is very near to it. It bounced there. We also have our BBSP zone over there itself. So this trend line is very important to watch. If it breaks, it will come down till this level. So it will be, it's like a good 1000, 1500, when 150 rupees come move, good 150 rupees come move in, we will get in this. But let's wait. Let's not hurry up. Let's not move ahead of the market. After this, the breakdown of this, it did went to test the high. So we do have a double top in place, sort of triple top, you can say, in place. Now we need a lower low, then only we will confirm that, yeah, the stock is bearish. Otherwise, just think it as a cycle, a reaccumulation cycle going on the higher time frame. I'll show you. If we zoom out a little bit, this looks like the first phase of our cycle. Possibly it's too soon to say anything or comment anything about it. So better we wait and observe how it progresses in future. As of now, no trade I can see because trend is not defined yet properly. In access, we are bearish, like yeah, broken this low. Now we are making lower lows, and also we have this triangle breakout. You can see there was a SAT in place, which is our Wyckoff intraday cycle. So yeah, expectation bounced 50% to 61.8%, and then decide whether to go up or go down. But this much bounce I am expecting in Axis Bank. Also, you can see the indicator is giving like the move, the way it was moving. It is sort of, I can say, not looking good for the sellers, even though my downside target is around 385. But as of now, I am expecting a pullback in Axis Bank. On the daily chart, again, the Axis Bank is trading below all three moving averages. We have two closes below, and we also have a 20-day low made on this particular script. RSI is also around 40, its support level. So let's see. Everything indicates towards a pullback. So maybe tomorrow we can play for the pullback if it gives any opportunity. Keep tracking the basic VPA signs, M gaps will be enough, I think, to catch the good move in Axis. But do keep Axis for tomorrow on, or maybe for Friday in your watch list. Bajaj Finance breaking down quite nicely, expecting a follow through. But the target which I'm expecting, and actually I was expecting this targets when it started breaking, because this was my target around 3300. It did come there, halted, but today it broke down. And that was surprising for me because I was waiting Bajaj Finance for the buy position, and today it broke down. Maybe a shakeout or maybe a continuation, that we need to see. If it gives continuation, remember this is the area where our BBSP is present, and on a higher time frame. So 3150 is the zone. If we get a buy trade, use your discretion while doing intraday longs or short. But Bajaj Finance in next 2 days, I think we can get a good move in this. Also, same thing is happening here. The 20-day low is being holded, and RSI near its support. The zone is bullish. This was the last low. This was the move. We have come back near to that low. We haven't touched it yet. So still, I mean, if we bounce here, we will have an higher low. So risky, pretty cumbersome trade to decide, but I think we can get a pretty good move if it starts moving. Next is our Bharti Airtel, one of my favorite after breaking this cycle. This was your redistribution cycle. Distribution cycle went back. This was your last point of support, and after that, it is continuously breaking down. The downside targets from this cycle comes around 370, 350. So yeah, the move is well extended. Price needs to halt, do something for at least 3 4 5 days and then continue his journey. So expect a bigger pullback. I will advise, do not buy this on the pullback. Let it come on the higher levels and look for the short opportunities for the swing trade. Um, like in the this particular expiry, in the September expiry, this was my biggest winner. Like on the intra, even I traded intraday, but this was my biggest winner. On daily chart, if you see, we are approaching the trend line, the biggest candle in the downfall, possibility of shakeout. Also, we are in at the support zones, so expect a pullback which is going to fail. So for that, what I'm looking at is this particular sort of line where I want price to halt and then break down. This is what I'm expecting. Now let's see how it processes. RSI is well below its 40 mark, so sort of divergence is also forming. Not so good, but yeah, it's there. On the DLF, uh, a very sort of sideways broad range move is happening in this near the long-term trend line and trying to reverse. Trying to reverse, because the way channel was moving and the way it broke, in my experience, I would consider this as an shakeout unless and until it is proven wrong. So again, buyer in DHF, DLF, this particular POS. Above that, uh, I'll add this for the swing trades. On daily time frame, if you observe carefully, we have this. We have this trend line is coming where it bounced today, a doji bar, like volume is highest for this month. RSI is trying to bounce from its support, so everything looks good. So yeah, in the coming days, if I get an opportunity in this, I'll definitely add this in the thing. Also, if you can spot, there is a cycle going on, not the clear one but a variation. If you can spot, you can decide your trades accordingly, even where like the good positions to enter and all. Dr. Reddy, after good spike up, a solid breakdown, breakout, and now halting. So it looks like, the popular flag pattern. Let's see. The gap is there. Flag pattern is also there. Will it come to fill the gap, or will it break out and leave the gap behind? That is need to be seen. As of now, nothing is there for me to trade on Dr. Reddy. Well extended move. Cannot do anything on this. Next is our Hdfc Limited. I was expecting this to be a reaccumulation cycle, and my expectation was like this, right? But that time I actually forgot to look at this gap. Now today, this gap is been filled, right? So possibility of immediate reversal, which will also take Nifty along with it, or a sideways, and then, or maybe an extended, a smaller reaccumulation of the minor trend, and then continue with this sort of thing. Basically what I'm saying is we are in a phase C of the longer term, medium term trend, intermediate trend, and in between. Now let's see how it progresses. Does it take a reaccumulation cycle on a minor trend, or immediately tries to bounce back up? That we will get to know. And if we get a proper idea on this beforehand, you can use that knowledge to your benefit to trade Nifty as well, because HDFC is one of the heavyweights in Nifty, right? Also, the indicator says the move is well extended and almost exhausting. So let's see how this pan out in the coming week. On daily time frame, I mean, honestly, I cannot figure out anything what's going on daily except this reaccumulation cycle. Okay, and why I'm calling it reaccumulation cycle? If you zoom out and go on weekly, sorry, not zoom out, just go on weekly, you will get a pretty idea why I'm saying this as a reaccumulation. A narrow one, but yeah, it's there. Next is our HDFC Bank. Don't know what to say about this bank. Broke the trend line, started making lower lows and higher lows. So one of my friend, Elliot Trader, he says on daily we are in ABC correction and breakout is expected. Don't know. I mean, pretty confused with this one. Though we are near support. So let's see how it pans out. I have literally no clue about what HDFC is trying to do, or it's where it wants to go, or what it is trying to do. Yeah, if this line breaks and trend resumes, then I would definitely bet on HDFC Bank. But looking at the other banks, I'm not sure. Hindustan Unilever, again breakdown. I was actually looking for the buy last week, but it broke down. Yeah, almost target. I think target was achieved yesterday. That's why I removed it. Target was somewhere in this zone, which was achieved yesterday. So wait and watch whether it tries to bounce up or not. Expectation, local test, and then move up. So wait till this local test happens and then decide. On the daily time frame for HUL, nothing special is going on. A very sloppy sideways kind of move. Finally, which broke one day and again halted. No continuation on the downside. So wait for local SNR to form, and there that will be your trade. Now on ICICI Bank, near the support, right? On this particular time frame, if I draw a rectangle over here, looks like UTAD has happened. Looks like an UTAD has happened, but maybe breakdown and then collapse. This is what it's indicating. So we have to live with this. If it breaks and comes for the retest of 340 level, that time we will decide how to go on it. Okay. Then, yeah. On this, iska target is 340 again, as I said. And the 340 is also support. So almost made the low of 342.45. So if bounces tomorrow, be ready for the pullback in this one. IndusInd Bank, after this, first failed to get the follow through. Second time failed to get the follow through, and nice breakdown. Right? Wait in this. Stock is not looking good, neither for sell, neither to buy. If you can think of this has been broken. This is the last low which it did, which comes around 500. Stock is very near to it. Just let it come to 500 and then see how it reacts. Infi making new highs, almost after this consolidation ka target, both the target has been achieved, and that's the level where we are seeing the pressure happening. Look for local SNR instead of looking for breakout buy. Look for local SNR, and we know how to trade this. So maybe you can do this and see how it plays out. Keep an eye on this for maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, being expiry, monthly expiry tomorrow, expectation sideways, and then on after Friday or after Monday next week, it will start moving somewhere. It has to move somewhere, otherwise not good for the stock. ITC, what to say about this stock? From July, everyone was bullish, so it halted in the market. Now coming down, still was making higher lows, but no higher high, and now we have a lower low in this. But compared to this low, it still not get the follow through. So I would say we are in a very, very weird kind of sideways market in this particular stock. And if you remember, in the month of July and August, every Tom, Dick and Harry was bullish on the ITC. And maybe this is the reason this sloppy correction is happening in the month of September. Right? It's just, this move is not big. If you notice, this move, which is happening since the beginning of September, it is just of 8.6%. So move is not big. Slowly, steadily, it is moving down. So you know what it means. Next is our Kotak. Literally no idea what's going on in Kotak. It broke the trend line on the daily, and then it is forming now SOT. So after the trend line break, we should get the nice follow through, right? Not doing anything. For me, I am thinking it as an again a sideways market where no higher high is being made, except this swing. I'm not looking at anything. I want it to go up and then collapse, because the test of the trend line is pending. Okay, and if I'm wrong completely, then what I will be mislooking or misreading was this cycle is going on and we are in a phase C. That is one of the possible scenario. If the break of this trend line, if I misread this break of this trend line, then accumulation cycle and we are near the phase C. L&T, nothing much is going on in L&T as of now. Just was a consolidation. Breakdown happened. Downside target I did not calculate it because I'm not tracking it. No idea about L&T. Lupin, be ready to buy again. It's in a strong trend. This was the breakout, right? This was the prior move, then the breakout, then the move, and again the pullback is happening. The gap is being filled, and now it will again start moving. Why I am saying this? If you notice on daily time frame, this stock is being in a consolidation, breaking out, will come back to test this area which is there, and now can bounce anytime. The stock is bullish. I am bullish on this stock. From the 52 weeks low, it's almost doubled. From the highs, 52-week highs, it is just 10% below. This says something. So yeah, keep an eye on this. Be a buyer in Lupin, not a seller. Follow DEMA 20, DEMA 50. You know the drill, how to trade this. Maruti. After this break, a consolidation is happening, and this move will continue on the downside. Maybe a pullback and then begin, or immediately it will break, right? Why I'm saying this? On daily, if you notice, the break of this particular trend line was done with the less volume. Next day, buyer did come to support it, or maybe, a clear EVSR you can see, right? And today, a high volume doji. It's above average volume doji, right? So expect some consolidation and then follow through on the downside. Also, it broke 20, 50 and may come to test this level of 6,100. Mm, yeah. Then Reliance. This was the target level of this consolidation, and the next target level, which comes around, let me see, uh, 2520, right? So the bias is still bullish on this 2520, or maybe 25,000, 2500 you can think of, just having a pullback of this parabolic move. Remember, a gap is left here. It can come to fill, which confluence with the trend line. And this trend line, I think, is coming from May, the last swing, after which it broke its all-time high, basically. So yeah, be bullish in Reliance. Let it come down. No hurry. As of now, market is under halt of this particular candle. So let it come. This was the last high. Market is there. 20 DMA is there. All sign indicate something. RSI near 50. So wait for the pullback to over and then look to buy. The downside target in SBI is almost done. It's 180. Now, after this target, if it crosses this POS, or maybe, no, it's not a POS, it's a trend line. If this crosses the trend line, breaks the trend line, you can think of buy here. If you get a 2-bar reversal near 180, 180, 181 zone, risky trade, enter long with the SL of 177 or something. 4-5 rupees SL you keep and you look for the long. It's a positional trade, of course. And bounces and crosses this trend line will be very good for the stock. And if it breaks 180, or if it start trading below 177 or 174, then we need to reanalyze the stock, because this was the consolidation which happened. It achieved all the targets and now moving down, right? So based on that, the downside target was this 180. It's almost there. Look for 2 for reversal buy or breakout buy with the SL of around 177. Sun Pharma, there was a distribution cycle. I mean, a very short lived distribution cycle, I must say. The target is achieved in a couple of weeks only. Tried to bounce, tested this, comes back down, and now it is stuck in this particular range, right? So sort of you can think distribution, markdown, accumulation, markup sort of thing is happening in a very, not spending much time in the cycle. This is definitely a cycle, not spending much time in a cycle. Here also something weird is happening with the stock. Type A accumulation I am looking at right now. On daily, complete sideways. Tata Steel, look for buy. Just let it come down, let it make a halt. As soon as it makes first lower low, buy. Add it to your portfolio. It will be a very good opportunity for you. Just wait for the right time to enter. That's all I can say. I mean, I'm looking to buy this. No matter, I mean, I'm not sure where I'll get my entries and all, but as soon as I get my first higher low in this properly sustained higher low, something like this, ये लो का ऐसे लगा के आई एम गोइंग टू एंटर ऑन दिस ब्रेकआउट, एज सिंपल एज दैट. जहां पे भी हो, यहाँ पे हो, अराउंड 300 हो, अराउंड 250 हो, कहीं पे भी हो, आई एम लुकिंग फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर पैटर्न in this. And mind you, if you study this particular pattern on hourly, you will see this particular pattern happening around 70 to 80 times in last 3 years on hourly time frame. That's why there are few stocks have their particular nature and they normally move as per their nature. So yeah, uh, TCS not looking good as of now. A well extended move have already happened in this. Sort of exhaustion is visible. If you call this and this, so you can see a pattern forming over here. Just wait, let it resolve what it's want to suggest, and then pick up the trade. There was a breakdown happening. A shakeout happened. Now tomorrow maybe a breakdown may happen. Trade it at your risks. The stock is in a strong bullish phase, but not ready to go up. This was the failed. This move failed to get the follow through on the upside. Yeah, just be careful with this. If it breaks and tries to go above, breaks the all time high, that is when you can pick for the intraday trades. But I'm not sure, like, stock is too strong to have a deeper pullback, and stock is too extended to get the long entry. That's the problem here. And yeah, on daily nothing is happening. Wait for maybe, think of entering near 20 demo or 50 demo. And last stock in the list is UPL. Channel में चल रहा है and solid supply. If you notice here, a 2 bar reversal with volume. This one happened with volume, and obviously the volume is expected because the target level was there. And then this move, this move happened. Right now, a squeeze के breakdown पे trade. Do not buy. Squeeze के breakdown पे take the sell trade for the target of this trend line. Okay. So yeah, this is it from my side. किसी को कुछ डाउट है तो पूछ लो.